What's up, everyone? This is Owl here, and welcome to 7 Wonders of St. Clementine, the demo version, even though the full game is out, but I am a little short on funds until Thursday, so the free demo it is. I'm liking this music. This is made by Top Hat Studios, the same guys who made The Citadel, a game I was playing earlier on this channel, and I kind of like their work, and also Imagine Fantasia is the devs behind this game. This game is supposed to be, like, really fucked up, and it's a visual novel, and those are kind of both up my alley. Why? Because visual novels generally require not a lot of skill, and I am horrible at video games. Well, the skill not to, like, freak out and shit myself. You know what? It's a little bright in here. I'm gonna see if I can fix that. Yes, now it's a little darker, a little spookier. Ooh, let's light a candle. I want to light a candle. Now to turn on the candle by telling it it's a naughty boy. Alright, candle is lit, lights are off. Ooh, I gotta see how this looks. Ooh, I got a spooky fire glow thing happening. Alright, let's start. I know I want to be a scientist, just like you, Mom. Wait, is this loading, or is this actual someone talking? Okay, it's actually someone talking. Ah. I want to know everything just like you do. I promise. Wait, Mom? Where are you going? Mom! Don't leave me! The boy opened his eyes, stupefied by the change of scenery outside. As the train was preparing to enter Shikaku Station, he found the scenery of the city he knew was gone, replaced by fresh countryside views. No more skyscrapers or crowded vehicles. Instead, there was only vast green fields decorated by innumerable varieties of trees, and flowers alongside a bluish mountain range and a bright blue sky at its back. I don't really see that as being blue, but you know, the sun is kind of whiting things out, so we'll give it a pass. Also, once again, this is a demo. Just to close my eyes and take a short nap, then I'll be in paradise. I hope that's not foreshadowing saying he's dead. The invitation he had received noted that someone would pick him up at the station when he arrived. One step closer. Wait for me, Mom. As the train was slowing down, he heard an announcement from a small loudspeaker above him. It started with a slow jingle and was followed by a standard annoying voice. The voice was a bit obscured by static, but Sei knew this had to be his destination. It's in Chicago Station. Don't mind the closing doors, thank you. He took his backpack and jumped off the train in excitement. Suddenly, however, he stopped abruptly. He had noticed something. His fly was down. No, that's not it. The station was quiet, almost desolate. So if his fly had been down, he was lucky that no one was there to see it. He was the only one who had gone off at this station, in fact. The train he was in wasn't exactly full of people, but still, it made him ask himself, was I the only one on the train? No. I remember seeing others, I think. He thought of how quiet the train was, and a shiver ran down his spine. His heart raced, and his ears perked up. Excuse me? A noise buzzed in his brain, as if something had changed drastically. It felt as if he had placed his ear next to a roaring speaker. In that moment, every part of his body stiffened, and fear consumed his already racing heart. Hey, are you alright? The voice brought him back to his senses. What? Hey, are you alright? You look pale. It finally breached his mind that he was talking to a girl. You definitely look unwell. Should we go to a hospital? I'm fine. I just feel sick. Motion sickness? No, I don't get motion sickness. I know. Here, let me get you a juice. You stay here, okay? Wait. What? You don't want juice? What do you want? What is she talking about? Who are you? Just hanging around the station like this? Ah, how unbecoming of me. I'm Naira Yuka. That didn't explain much. You are Mizukami Sei, correct? Yeah, that's me. She promptly reached out and held his hand, giving him a big handshake in the process. Nice to meet you, Sei. I'm here to pick you up. I'll be your homeroom teacher. Oh, so you're... Sei was about to ask if this baby-faced girl could really be his homeroom teacher, but he swallowed those words back. It was an inappropriate thing to say to a girl. No, a woman. Well, yeah, she is a lady. Even if she looks so... He shook his head. Sei really had to convince himself. By the way, if that name is pronounced Sai, I do apologize in advance, but I'm going to keep saying it as Sei for the purposes of this demo. I'm terribly sorry, Sensei. I didn't... Someone was supposed to pick me up, but She laughed in the same cheerful manner as before. He figured she could probably tell what he was thinking. I am an adult, you know. Ah, yeah, sorry. It's okay. Your face, it's not pale anymore. Do you feel better? I think so. What is happening? You seemed fine when you got off the train. I don't know, but the station seems really deserted. You see, there is a little story about this train station. Story? Like an urban legend? If you want to believe it as so, then so be it. She smiled as those words came out of her tiny mouth. The air is shifting, but Sei decided not to worry about it. So what's the story? 10 years ago, there's a strange incident happening in this station. A group of young travelers came through this station, and they were enjoying their time, having a good time in the town, playing around, and anything that traveler will do. They didn't do anything strange, but when they went back home... What was happening? Sei just gulped nothing. They went back home safely. What? So, it is just a quiet station. A news came a few weeks later. A group of students died by hanging themselves a month before they came to this town. She caught Sei off guard. Those words, she meant it. There was a single room for doubt in Sei's mind. That's impossible. The woman's face was shifting towards the end of the rail. Unfortunately, that was one of many cases. People start to think that this station is a gate to the land of darkness. Yomi, maybe it's similar to Styx River or New Jersey. You read your books. So that's why I'm surprised that you're not actually scared of the story. Seeing is believing. I mean, even if the story is true, then why is this station still being used to this day? I guess the locals still need it. That's true. Besides, a train came from another direction and stopped at the same station. Locals came out of the train. They waved at Yuka and greeted her warmly. Those are locals, right? Yep. Sei didn't realize that he just sighed in relief. Yuka noticed and decided not to mention it. Now that I'm here to pick you up, are you ready to go to St. Clementine? Yes, I am, Sensei. You got everything with you, right? Yes, I have everything I need with me. She noticed a small briefcase behind Sei. That's a really small briefcase. Are you going to live with that? I shoved everything inside of this briefcase nicely, like folding my shirts into mini size. The cute and young-looking lady giggled as Sei's hand fanatically demonstrated how he folded the clothes with the air. You're funny. Don't be so stiff, relax. Now chop chop! She grabbed Sei's hand like a bite of a snake to its prey. Actually, it wasn't that deadly, but the grip was surely strong. Not to mention the peculiar young-looking sensei moved so swiftly, Sei almost tripped over his own feet. What are we rushing off to, Sensei? Actually we are not in a rush. The school started tomorrow, and there is nothing much in this town, but spending an evening of your youthful day in a remote train station is kind of pathetic, right? Besides, I just told you a scary story. It might be a bad aftertaste. That's why, let's take a detour. Detour? What, you don't like to have a little date with a lady you just met? Yes, that is the question. I noticed the English isn't exactly correct, but you know what? It's close enough, and my Japanese is completely horrible, so I'm really not in a position to judge anyone here. Also, I feel like this is a very slow burn, and I'm just waiting for it to kick off. And I know it's coming. I've seen screenshots of this game. It's, things get, I can't think of a polite way to say fucked up beyond all recognition. Well, I guess foobar. Things get foobar. Anyway, let's go. She doesn't listen. Here we are. Wow, I never thought I'd see another good view like this. You must have your fill on your way here. But this isn't half bad. Mom told me that the sunset here is the most beautiful in the world. Really? That's good to hear. Over to the side where Yuka led him, there was an overhead view of a peninsula. It looked down into the valley where the city was built up from. There was a peninsula with a direct view into the valley where the city stood. It was definitely a traveler's destination. There were some people around to see the same view, but Yuka knew that there is a better place to have a better sight. Go on. Wow. The world was simply washed by a calm yet mysterious orange light that brings an indescribable feeling. One thing for sure. You should close your mouth or you'll catch an insect there. Oh, sorry. Here, have a drink. She took a couple of bottles of Ramune out of a paper bag. Seriously? This is so off-season. This is good whenever you have it, don't you think? I don't know if I can agree to that, but thank you, Sensei. Well, you're a tough guest. Then how about this? She pulled another paper bag out of nowhere. When she told him about Detour, she really meant it. She, much to Sei's surprise, drove a car with that petite body, and she drove her Beetle smoothly. An Anko Taiyaki. She managed herself to mimic a certain blue cat robot saying those words, but I don't know what they sound like, and I'm not going to look it up. Well, maybe later, but not right now. Wow, now this I don't mind having it every time. I think it's impossible for someone to hate Anko Taiyaki. Enjoy. Ouch, it's hot. Be careful, it was fresh from the oven. Or fish-shaped pan. Whatever, you get what I mean. They were enjoying the sweet Anko Taiyaki in silence, and the atmosphere was quickly turned awkward. So, Sensei, why are we here? To enjoy the view. Why? She answered immediately, like there was nothing to think about. No, I mean, don't you think it's beautiful? Yeah. Sei was looking at the city he was going to live in. Between the vast range of mountains, clear blue sky, lush forest, there lay a small city. The city was strangely blended so well with the surroundings, creating a huge canvas of a masterpiece. There, the block just at the edge of the forest. Can you see that? Yes. That's St. Clementine. Really? The whole block? The whole block. I heard some rumor of it being so huge in pictures and videos, that is. But seeing in person feels so different. Massively different. She smiled, enjoying her Ramunes in silence, and let the boy adore the scenery. It was a perfect situation. The sky was clear, and the breeze was nice. Yuka wanted to feel the air much more, but they couldn't stay much longer. As she finished her Ramune, a big grin blossomed on her face. Feeling better now? So she is worried about me. Well, I did tell her that I don't get motion sickness. But yeah, I really have to admit that the bizarre happening right after I got off the train still stuck in my mind. Right now, that feel lessens. Thank goodness. Sei drank his Ramune off and nodded enthusiastically. Thank you, Sensei. This is awesome. She gave him a peculiar smile. So you believe what you're seeing now? Huh? Sei, keep this in mind. The sky won't tell the story by itself. What do you mean? Just keep that in mind. Take it as an adult's advice. But I don't think you're an adult. Okay. After all, the road ahead is really long. The lady lowered her voice, almost as if she was whispering. Sensei? You hear me? School life is a long road. Make sure you do your best, young man. She smacked the boy's back. Alright then, let's go to the school. It seems like we used up too much time here. Thank you very much for the treat, Sensei. No problem. Now we gotta head to the school. Most of your belongings, beside that small briefcase, should be at your dormitory room, but you still need to arrange them yourself. Sei remembered that he sent most of his belongings prior to his departure. And please be nice to your roommate, will you? Though I don't get the image that you are the type to pick a fight with someone else. Interesting. It's a perfect school year. Or is it? I mean, it's clearly not. Things are going to go very awry. But when? I just realized this is not a loading screen. This game needs to stop faking me out. The sun was already set when they arrived at the school gate. St. Clementine Private High School. It's private. The main gate was tall. Not really, but whatever. And made from a glossy iron decorated Witu antique pattern carvings on every part of its body. Greeneries peek from behind sturdy trunks, although it was a bit hard to see without more lighting. Whoa. Well, how does it feel to finally be here? It definitely feels nice. And you haven't even seen everything yet. It's too bad it's already nighttime, though. Sei looked at everything with curious eyes, and Yuka couldn't help but notice her new student's excited face. She suddenly stopped the car, pressing down on the brakes. Are we already there? She shook her head and gave her unusual smile. Sei, you can explore the school for a while if you really want to. You look so curious about everything here. I somehow feel like I've been here before. Somehow. Some fuzzy memories. Are you some kind of amnesiac or something? No, of course not. Maybe I was really young when I visited here or something. I'm just kind of nostalgic is all. Well, do you want to explore the school or not? It might be kind of weird to wander around at night. Her tone seems a bit different from before. Oh look, Nargox is playing Jedi Fallen Order. Good for him. Can I really do that? I guess so, but I have to remind you that the school ground is quite large. Don't stay out too late, or get lost. What are you gonna do, Sensei? Good question. I'll probably park my car over near the dorms. Oh, let me also tell you, if you want to take a walk around the school for a while, you should start with the main building over there. You'll spend most of your time there anyway. Now, I don't know if you were actually encouraging me to explore or not. Well, I think that'll be okay. Like I said, it's weird to wander at night, though. Well, can I? I suppose. But remember, don't get carried away. You still have a lot to do back in your own room. Don't exhaust yourself. Tomorrow is your first day after all. Sensei, before you go, what time is the curfew? 8 o'clock. Don't even think you can get past curfew without expecting something. Something? The ghost, of course. Ghost? How boring. You should have reacted more to that one. Ghost, Shaggy? I don't know, that was pretty bad. I'm sorry about that. I apologize. I smacked my microphone. No, really, I'm definitely scared. He rolled his eyes. What's with that reaction? Sorry. It's like I said earlier about ghost stories. You see, there's specifically some mysteries around the school. They call them the 7 what? Oh dear lord, look at the time. Sei, I really need to go now. You'll be fine your own, right? Sei nodded. Yeah. Remember, not to pass the curfew, and be nice to your roommate. I will. Thank you, Sensei. She stopped the car, and her head pops out of the window. The male dorm is the blue one. Okay. She gave one thumbs up and drive her car away. She's oddly motherly. Yeah, there's definitely something off about her. I think she knows what's up. I mean, obviously, she's the local. He bowed as the vehicle moved away. As the car disappeared from his sight, Sei started to wonder where he should start. He looked around and walked down the first path in sight. Later that night, the school grounds were relatively calm, but there was still some kind of strange, overarching feeling. There was a particular atmosphere the school gave off. It was a combination of the European-style buildings and the fact that the building had been worn down by the ages. Elegant, yet mysterious. Majestic, yet lonely. The stillness was definitely unsettling. Maybe it was the lack of students. Sei was still walking, but his eyes fell on a footpath on the grass behind bushes. The footpath exposed the ground below. It gave Sei a hint that the path had often been used until recently. The width of the path was narrow and inconsistent further down. Definitely makeshift. Perhaps not something public? I wonder where this path heads to. The downward path definitely led further into the forest. The atmosphere grew from particular to dark and more overtly mysterious. A series of images ran through Sei's mind. All those mysterious sightings inside the forest. Yeah, pause. Sei, why are you walking through the dark, scary forest at night with no light? Because as far as we know, Sei does not have a flashlight, a lamp, hell, even a cell phone. He just decided to wander into the dark and scary woods. Yo, he dead. People always claim to see ghosts. Just like what Yuka-sensei had said. Darkness tends to fuel people's imagination, though. When there's nothing there, people's minds always fantasize to fill the void. This is actually quite true. Humans need something to stimulate their mind, to stimulate the concept of living. The concept of nothing is... Sei stopped and sighed, recollecting himself. Well, I have no light with me. I don't want to risk anything. See? He's not an idiot. Or not as much of an idiot as I suspected. I guess I'll just explore the school little by little instead. That way. A normal way. The main building will probably be locked anyway. Maybe I'll just start over there. Sei made his way down a well-lit road, leading him to a chapel. The top of the building was quite the contrast to the night sky on the horizon. The roof was a striking red color compared to the blackness of the night sky. The building wasn't necessarily the most beautiful building he had ever seen, but it has its own uniqueness that was definitely captivating. He then proceeded to try and open the door, but the door was locked. He was pretty disappointed with himself. Of course it would be locked. Why would a chapel be open at night? Sei's eyes danced around and found another footpath beside the building. It led back down into the nearby forest. It looked similar to the other footpath that he found before. All paths leading into the scary forest is probably not a good sign. At this angle, the moon was so bright that he could see the path ahead. Oh well, here goes nothing. He took a turn into the path. Following the path brought him to a place that dazzled his eyes. A garden filled with an endless varieties of colorful flowers bathed in the moonlight. It felt like he had been transferred to a different dimension. On his right side, there was a pond hiding behind a curtain of fresh bamboo clumps. Its crystal-like water bathed in the moonlight as well. Glimmering like 1,000 of diamonds sat on its surface. In the middle of the pond was a rock wrapped with a huge rope and talismans, sat alone. What's with that rock? He tried to move closer, attempting to get a better look. An ancient Japanese shrine in a Catholic school? Sei wasn't sure that the ancient shrine was there for a reason. There was some sort of hypothesis already formulating in Sei's mind, but he didn't have enough information. He didn't want to draw a baseless theory. He looked around a bit more. There ahead of him, a Virgin Mary statue about half Sei's height stood on a pedestal. At a glance, the Virgin Mary statue was your usual icon, but upon closer inspection, it had a kind of unusual pose. Okay, little children laughing, don't like that. That was unexpected. Certainly different than how Catholics tend to depict Mary. I don't know, it looks normal to me. She's standing with her arms outstretched. Wait. No, her thumbs are okay. Seems normal to me. It didn't hold a baby, and the gesture was different. It looked as if it was pointing at something. Sei inspected the statue closer. Something immediately caught Sei's attention. Though the hands pointed down, the statue definitely seemed to be looking at the sealed stone. It piqued Sei's interest, and he moved closer to the statue. Even though it gave him goosebumps, Sei really had to admit that the statue was masterfully made. I don't like this, man. I don't like this. I feel like we're entering Uncanny Valley territory. The statue was meticulously crafted down to the very last detail. Wrinkles of the clothes, and the expression down to its muscle. At the focal point of the statue were eyes that intently looked upon the sealed rock. But why? That was certainly not a careless mistake or an accident. Sai's gaze moved back and forth between the statue and the rock. I'm going to be perfectly honest with you people, I'm starting to get a little bit of the heebie-jeebies. A Catholic symbol looking at a Japanese ancient shrine? This time his eyes were fixed on the sealed rock. Ah! Okay, we're fine. What? The statue seemed to start moving. Okay, I'm pressing LMB, pressing left mouse button, pressing left mouse button, pressing left mouse button, pressing left mouse button. Okay. Ah! Damn it, I went too fast! What happened? How do I go back? It was telling me to click, I clicked! Oh, and I went for the conversation. Did the stone seem to move? But that's impossible! He stopped his sentence as he saw a movement. A large, abrupt movement. A blurry of images of the ominous statue were etched to his mind. He kept both his eyes open, so he had to make sure he wasn't blinking. What the? Then he blinked as many times as he could. Okay. Nothing was changing. Nothing was happening. Maybe we'd know what was going on if I hadn't skipped 2 text boxes by accident. Wait. Oh, we can just do this. The statue seemed to start moving. So I thought about how alive the statue was. In fact, it wouldn't even like such a strange thing if the statue was to start moving. He immediately turned around. But that's impossible. Okay, that's where we were. Gosh. Well, maybe it's just my eyes playing a trick on me. He turned again to the sealed rock. There was nothing there still, no matter what his mind said. I guess that's that then. He looked down at his watch as he re-entered the main campus grounds. I believe I still have some time. He turned around and looked at the empty main road which encircled the school complex, then tightened his grip on his backpack. He was going to run his way into the dorm when someone suddenly shouted at him, "Hey, you! What are you doing at a time like this?" A well-endowed girl with a ponytail quickly speeding towards Sei. She's kind of cute, you know, a little angular. I like the hair. I'm kind of a sucker for ponytails. I wouldn't say she's well-endowed, but whatever. The feeling she gave off was much different than what Yuka-sensei had given Sei. There was a killing glare, like a lioness hunting down her prey. Oh my. Sorry, I have a thing for strong women. Sei couldn't be helped but shrivel back in confusion. By the look of her uniform, Sei deduced that she must be some kind of senior with authority of some sort. You know it's I'm sorry. Sei didn't give her time to scold him much further, instead just blurting out the first thing on his mind. I got late here and I didn't get much information regarding school. I just want to explore a bit of the campus. Silence filled the air. Bowing down quickly, Sei could no longer see the troubled expression on the girl's face. Okay. Raise your head. Thank you for your explanation. Her tone was still cold. Do you know about curfew time? Yes, I know. I'm heading back to the dorm now. I see. You must be the late train student. Yeah, I heard you might be here later than usual. It's Mizukami Sei. I'm Akawa Reiko, the vice president of St. Clementine Student Council. Sei nodded. If you're thinking about if I'm going to reprimand you, then the answer is yes. It's dangerous to go at night like this, especially alone. What were you thinking? He thought about if he should mention Yuka-sensei, but it was probably more trouble than it was worth. I'm sorry. I should have been more careful. How'd you even get here? I mean, is there no one accompanying you? She seemed more annoyed than anything. Taking a deep breath, Sei tried to explain about his trip there. I see. Well, if that's the case, I can maybe excuse it this time. For now. A thought crossed Sei's mind suddenly. How about you, Vice Prez? Are you patrolling alone? If it's so dangerous... There was a sudden silence. No words came out of her mouth. Her eyes wandered into the void. Something seemed to occupy most of her mind. The question certainly caught her off guard. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. Now, Mizukami, you need to go back to the male dorm. I finished patrolling, so I'm gonna go back as well. Yeah, of course. Wait, are you going back to the male dorm? And, Be careful on your way back. What are you saying? It's the same way. We're heading back together. What? Oh, I was right. She is going to the male dorm. Oh, never mind. The dorms are next to each other, after all. Oh! My bad. Of course. Sometime later. Surprisingly, the dorm room was neat and clean. Yeah, it actually does look really neat. Kind of nice. Comes with some books. Cool little lamp. The bathroom's down there. This is actually a pretty nice dorm. A lot of closet space. And this is a single? No, it's not a single. He does have a roommate. This is still a pretty nice dorm. There were two sides of the room. Each looked exactly like the other, as if there was a mirror, a desk, and a single bed stuck into the wall. Again, it was surprisingly neat. After what Yuka had said, Sai was a bit taken aback by the tidiness of the room. He had expected something else. Thank God. I didn't think he'd be this clean. What was his name again? Kurokawa? Yuto. Yeah, that's right. Yuto. Kurokawa Yuto. Yep, that's me. You? What, did you think I was a ghost or something? Too bad. It's me, Yuto. Why is my hand in my pocket? Who knows? He puffed out his chest with thumb pointing at himself. I could already tell he was certainly a character. Like a character from a visual novel, perhaps. So you must be the victim of that delayed train. I mean, I suppose. Well, glad to see you're alive, I guess. From today on, we'll be roommates, dude. Glad to see I'm alive. What kind of joke is that? Okay. I'll look forward to it. My name is Mizukami Sei. Okay, Sei. Let's get along together. Yuto gave his friendliest smile. It was sincere, but it still exuded a tough aura. This guy's structure was built, taller than Sei. His body was built like a tank or something. Don't be so tense, dude. Relax. He laughed and slapped Sei's back, almost sending him to kiss the floor. The beautiful, sexy hardwood floor. Ugh. I feel like the art and the narration doesn't exactly line up 100%, but you know what? Whatever, I'm still kind of enjoying myself. By the way, Kurokawa. Just Yuto is fine. Okay, Yuto. Sei pointed to a small briefcase by Yuto's side. Tell me, what's with the briefcase? Oh, Yuka-sensei handed this to me on my way here. Here you go, dude. He quickly stuffed the briefcase into my hands. Thank you very much. Sorry for the trouble. I must have forgotten to take it with me. Don't be so formal. Like I said, relax. It's all good, man. Come on, chill. Hey, want some weed? Come on, let's go smoke a bowl. Dude, Yuto, I would love to smoke a bowl with you. Let's just get blasted. Sei raised his arm and scratched the back of his head again awkwardly. Like he didn't go up like this. He literally reached behind and scratched his head like that. It was very bizarre. Very flexible, too. I think I've lost count how many times I've told to be relaxed. Oh, actually? What are you gonna do with these boxes? Hell, what's even inside these boxes? Not much, just some books and stuff. Books and stuff, eh? I'd ask which side you want, but, well, I took the left side already. Hope you don't mind. Nah, it's okay, I'm fine with whichever side. Yuto took a few steps towards the boxes on the right side. Here, I'll help you with the boxes. What? No, you don't have to. It's okay. Let's just say I'm doing this to balance things out. I feel like you'd probably help anyway. Good eyes, Sei. Good eyes. I want them. What? Nothing. Both of them laughed together. Ha 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 ha! I'll take your offer then. Let's get started. Later. We finished cleaning! I guess that's all. I'm gonna take a quick Reese's Pieces break. Would you like some Reese's Pieces? I guess that's all. Thanks, Yuto. No problem. They managed to stack the boxes over on Sei's side of the dorm. Man, you ain't kidding. Those boxes are heavy as hell. What are you gonna do with all of them? Read them. Duh. What else, man? stacking them as an emergency bed. I've done that. It's not as uncomfortable as you'd think. I'll never do that. By the way, can I open the window? Man, we need fresh air. Open away, bro. If they walk in here, and they might notice that we hotboxed our room. A fresh night's air seeping through the window. It was a nice breeze. Not too cold, just a fine night air. Not far from the dorm, there was an old building that Sei did saw back when he walked to the dorm. In the night, with the moon as the only light source, the building looked like a mass of black silhouette. There is no light. Nothing. Darn it, I accidentally skipped again. Log. It looks like a black curtain, don't you think? Now that you mention it, it definitely is. So you know anything about that? It's an abandoned indoor pool, that's all. Have you ever been to a theater? No, never. I love to watch a theatrical play. That's kind of unexpected. I didn't expect you to be a theater kid, man. Well, what can you say about someone's hobby? Sorry, so what about it? You see, the moment that the red curtain opens is everything about a theatrical play for me. Even just seeing it is opening is so exciting. The only thing I get from that black curtain is an eerie feeling. Somehow it reminded Sei of the bizarre moment that struck Sei in the train station. When that curtain is opening, can you imagine what will come out of it? Might be something you can't really enjoy. That's why I did an investigation. Oh yeah, I'm a cop. Wait, what? I went into the locked building. Locked? Then how'd you get in? Wait, that's not the point. Why'd you do that? Don't you look at that building because you were curious? Well, what about the fact that the building is just right over the window? Really? Well, okay, so what did you find? You were curious in the end, eh? Well, unfortunately, I found nothing. That's a good thing. It is fortunate for you that something bad weren't happening to you, man. But I am certain there's something hidden there. So what do you think? Want to go with me in the next exploration? No, yes! I mean, Sei is saying no, but I'm saying yes. Yes. Come on, man, we could be the next Watson and Holmes. Whoa, why does Watson get top billing in this one? I mean, Watson's cool and all, but alright. We can be the next Boys Hardy. Dude, they deal with real cases, man, not something metaphysical. Huh? Who said anything about ghosts? Those words stroke into Sei's deepest mind. Just like an evil thought, just petting you, like, yes, into your brain. Oh my god. He realized that he had started to shift from his own vision. Never once he experienced anything metaphysical, until that bizarre moment in the afternoon. Hey man, you okay? Right, yeah, I'm fine, so, no, I will not go with you. And look, what time is it, man? We should get some rest. Man, time sure flies. We really shouldn't be late for tomorrow. Oh, by the way, can I keep this blind mask? I found it in your boxes. Huh? Oh, sure. Don't remember bringing that, though. Huh. I'll take it as payment for the labor of opening your boxes. Yeah, sure, take it. Good night, dude. Yeah, good night. Where am I? Who's there? No, go away, laughing children. No. What? I thought I heard someone's voice. Okay. Nightmare time. How far are we into this? Holy crap, I've been recording for almost an hour? Holy shit. I might have to break this into 2 parts. You know what? I'm gonna break this demo into 2 parts. Alright, so we're gonna end the episode there because I didn't realize how long it'd been going for. I am going to finish the demo in the next episode, and I actually am going to buy the game next week, so we will actually do a full playthrough of this game. But that's 7 Wonders of St. Clementine. I hope you guys liked what you've seen so far. Please like, share, and subscribe. And in the next episode, we get to explore the haunted school. And I'm probably going to piss myself, which, you know, is always fun. Anyhow, see you guys in the next one. Bye. Mwah.